Chicago Fire Season 14. How Kid and Severide's Pregnancy Will Shake Up Firehouse 51. The Chicago Fire Season 13 finale delivered a game-changing twist for Stella Kidd and Kelly Severide, reinvigorating their storyline just as it was beginning to feel stagnant. After a season of setbacks in their adoption journey, the revelation that Kidd is pregnant not only shifts their personal dynamic, but also sets up major changes for Firehouse 51 in Season 14. While the adoption storyline had potential, it was starting to feel like a retread of familiar One Chicago territory. The pregnancy twist, however, opens up fresh narrative possibilities, both for Severide as a couple and for the Firehouse as a whole. Here's how this development could reshape the upcoming season. Kidd's pregnancy will challenge her role as Truck 81's leader. One of the most compelling aspects of Kidd and Severide's pregnancy storyline is how it will impact Kidd's career. As the lieutenant of Truck 81, she spent years proving herself as a leader, mentor, and frontline firefighter. But pregnancy in a high-risk job like firefighting isn't something the show can gloss over. It will force Kidd to confront difficult decisions about her duties. Historically, pregnant first responders in TV dramas face temporary reassignments, desk duty, or early maternity leave. Given Kidd's fiercely independent nature, she won't take kindly to being sidelined. Showrunner Andre Newman hinted at this tension, saying, "Stella is not someone who likes to step back, but pregnancy in this line of work comes with real physical limitations. It's going to be a struggle for her to accept that she can't do everything she normally would." This could lead to conflict with Chief Bowden, who will have to balance his concern for Kidd's safety with his respect for her autonomy. Meanwhile, Severide, who doesn't face the same physical restrictions, may find himself in the unfamiliar position of being the one reassuring Kidd rather than the other way around. How Severide will step up, and whether he's truly ready for fatherhood. Severide has always been the more emotionally reserved half of Stellaride, but fatherhood will force him to evolve in ways he hasn't before. While he's matured significantly since the early seasons, his instinct has always been to throw himself into work, whether at OFI or on dangerous rescue calls. When faced with personal stress, now with a baby on the way, he won't have that luxury. The question is, will Severide fully embrace the role of a soon-to-be dad, or will he struggle with the responsibility? Given his own complicated relationship with his father, Benny Severide, Kelly may grapple with fears about repeating past mistakes. Kidd, ever the stabilizing force in their relationship, will likely be the one to reassure him. But there's also potential for tension if Severide's initial reaction is to retreat into work rather than face his nerves head-on. A new dynamic for Firehouse 51. Kidd's pregnancy won't just affect her and Severide. It will ripple through the entire Firehouse. With Ritter and Carver exiting after Season 13, the team is already in flux. If Kidd has to step back from active duty, even temporarily, Bowden will need to make adjustments. Could this mean a temporary replacement for Truck 81's lieutenant? Or will someone like Cruz or Gallo step up in her absence? The show has a history of rotating leadership roles. Remember when Herman briefly took over Truck? So this could be an opportunity to shake up the dynamics. Additionally, Kidd's pregnancy could bring the Firehouse closer together. Firefighter families have always been a core theme of Chicago Fire, and the team rallying around Stellaride as they prepare for parenthood could lead to some heartfelt moments, especially from sentimental figures like Herman and Mauch. Will the pregnancy be smooth sailing, or will there be complications? Given Chicago Fire's penchant for drama, it's unlikely that Kidd and Severide's journey to parenthood will be without hurdles. The couple has already faced heartbreak with their failed adoption, so the show may test them further before giving them their happy ending. Possible twists could include a high-risk pregnancy, forcing Kidd to confront her own mortality in a way she hasn't before. Severide being put in danger, leaving Kidd to worry not just about their baby, but about whether her husband will make it home. Tensions over work-life balance, especially if Severide gets pulled into a major OFI case just as Kidd needs him most. Why this twist was necessary for Stellaride's future. While some fans may have been invested in the adoption storyline, the pregnancy twist ultimately serves Stellaride better in the long run. Adoption arcs in One Chicago have been done repeatedly. Chicago PD's Upton and Halstead, Meds Manning and Halstead, making Kid and Severide's version feel redundant. A pregnancy, however, allows the writers to explore new territory.